The world can sometimes be a scary place, and its geology is no exception. Yes, we can't argue the fact that Mother Nature can be very beautiful, but we must admit that sometimes we tend to forget that she can also be deadly. In this video, we will show you 10 of the most dangerous holes on planet Earth. Before we begin, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos. With that being said, let's begin. Kola Borehole. The Kola Super Deep Borehole is the result of a scientific drilling project of the Soviet Union Independent School District near the Russian border with Norway on the Kola Peninsula. Russia's Kola Super Deep Borehole was created by the Soviets in the name of science so they could learn more about what's really under our feet and dig to depths unknown. It is the Earth's deepest artificial hole, and it stretches 40,000 feet below the surface. Now that's about 12.2 kilometers deep into the Earth's crust, and that's even more than the height of Mount Everest. Unexpectedly, helium, hydrogen, nitrogen, and even carbon dioxide were found all along the borehole. In 1992, they had to stop drilling because the temperature was around 180 degrees Celsius, which was much hotter than the scientists had predicted it would be. Still, the drilling was not in vain since some discoveries were made. Locals in the area say that the hole is so deep you can hear the screams of people being tortured in hell. Hence its nickname being the Well to Hell. Darvaza Gas Crater. The Darvaza Gas Crater, also known as the Door to Hell or Gates of Hell, is a natural gas field that collapsed into a cavern near Darvaza, Turkmenistan. It's another Soviet experiment that had unintended consequences. There are different stories on the internet regarding the origins of the Door to Hell, but a common one about this burning crater says it began in 1971 when scientists tried to drill for natural gases but accidentally punctured an underground natural gas cavern. Fearing the spread of poisonous gases in the surrounding cities, geologists intentionally ignited the natural methane gas, believing it would burn in a few weeks. But it has been burning steadily since then, and is being actively promoted as a tourist attraction by the Turkmen government. Dean's Blue Hole. It is said that Dean's Blue Hole is the second largest underwater chamber. Experts who have dived the site report that it's enclosed on 3 sides by a natural rock amphitheater and on the 4th side by a turquoise lagoon and powder white beach. It is widely considered to be one of the world's best diving and snorkeling sites. The water is very clear as its visibility reaches up to 30 meters. The blue hole's deepest point is 202 meters, but if you pass the hole and swim around, the depth of the water will only be waist deep. It's located west of Clarencetown on Long Island, Bahamas, and is also the site where the freediving world record was set in April 2007. Although scientists still debate how exactly Dean's Blue Hole formed, most geologists think that it formed due to underwater erosion. At least 4 deaths have been recorded in the last 5 years at Dean's Blue Hole, which is known as the world's deepest blue hole. Devil's Sinkhole. Devil's Sinkhole State Natural Area is a natural bat habitat near the city of Rock Springs in Edwards County in the U.S. state of Texas. It's part of a vast karst system of underground caves in the porous Edwards Plateau and was created when an underground solution cavity collapsed. Native people have found an abundance of high-quality chert for making tools on the site, one of the largest lithic bedrock resources in Texas. This massive underground chamber is a dwelling place for more than 3 million bats flying from the entrance of the cave to the sinkhole during the summer months. The interior of this cave is now accessible only for scientific work and occasionally caving trips by professional and very experienced vertical cavers, and caution is required in and near the shaft at all times. Blue Hole, Red Sea. The Blue Hole is a diving location on the southeast Sinai, a few kilometers north of Dahab, Egypt, on the coast of the Red Sea. The Blue Hole is a submarine sinkhole with a maximum depth in the hole of just over 100 meters. People dive and snorkel in Blue Hole all the time, but diving itself is not that dangerous. It's the arch and underwater tunnel that most divers are not properly equipped to accept because it's deep, too deep for anyone who is not a technical diver. The Kimberley Mine. Kimberley, South Africa is well known as a diamond mining town. The Kimberley Mine, or Tim Cool Mine, is an open pit and underground mine in Kimberley, and it's claimed to be the deepest hole excavated by hand. In 1866, Erasmus Jacobs found a white pebble near the Orange River near Hopetown. Upon examination, it was discovered that the pebble was in fact a 21-carat diamond. A few years later, in 1871, another larger diamond was discovered on the slopes of Colesberg-Kopje, and so began the Great Diamond Chase, with thousands of miners who flooded the area in search of diamonds in Colesberg-Kopje. In a very short time, the hill disappeared, and a massive pit took its place. During this diamond rush, a city began to form around what would become known as the Great Hole. The new town was named Kimberley on June 5, 1873. On August 4, 1914, work was stopped at the Kimberley mine after 43 years of operation. The mine became uneconomical to operate as it reached a depth of 1,083 meters without yielding production. Between 1897 and 1899, a total of 7,853 patients were admitted into Kimberley Hospital. Glory Hole Spillway. According to National Geographic, the Glory Hole Spillway acts as a drain for Lake Berryessa, a man-made lake created when the Monticello Dam was built in Napa Valley, Northern California in the 1950s. At 22 meters wide and 75 meters long, the spillway is the largest of its kind in the world. When the water gets to a certain level after enough rain falls, the Glory Hole can gulp lake water at a mighty rate of about 1,360 cubic meters per second. The water then spirals down, traveling horizontally for more than 600 meters before draining into Puta Creek nearby. It's apparently illegal for people to approach the spillway too, and local laws are in place that prohibit boats from traveling near dam walls. But it seems that this didn't stop a woman from disappearing into the hole in 1997. Berkeley Pits. The Berkeley Pit is a former open-pit copper mine in the western United States, located in Butte, Montana. The pit is 1 mile long by half a mile wide and over 1,780 feet deep, 1,000 of which are filled with acidic water with high concentration of heavy metals and toxic chemicals, including copper, iron, arsenic, cadmium, zinc, and sulfuric acid. The Berkeley Quarry, which began in 1955, was a large open-pit copper mine operated by trucks until mining ceased in 1982. The water is extremely hazardous to human health, so don't drink or swim in it. The Berkeley Pit has been filling up with water ever since the former owner of it, Arco, stopped pumping out the water. Now, the Berkeley Pit is an abandoned open-pit mine filled with irreversibly contaminated groundwater a mile deep, creating a lake of water so toxic that contact alone is enough to kill the variety of birds who land on the water's surface, mistaking it for something close to clean. The Chan Bowery. Chan Bowery is a step well situated in the village of Abaneri in the Indian state of Rajasthan. It extends about 30 meters into the ground, making it one of the deepest and largest stepped wells in India. This incredible square structure is 13 stories deep, and lined along the walls on 3 sides are a double flight of steps. 3,500 narrow steps arranged in perfect symmetry descend to the bottom of the well 30 meters deep to a murky green puddle of water. Today, only a desperate traveler can decide to drink from an ancient tank. In the 19th century, the British even issued a decree banning the use of water from Chan Bowery. The reason why this law was adopted becomes clear to all who look at the polluted bottom of this well, covered with algae. All the steps of this well did not have fences, so it's not possible to calculate how many people said goodbye to life here, falling from a height of 30 meters. Great Blue Hole. The Great Blue Hole is a huge seabed off the coast of Belize. It's close to Lighthouse Reef, a small atoll 70 kilometers from the mainland and Belize City. The hole is circular in shape, 318 meters in diameter and 124 meters deep. It has an area of 70,650 square meters. It's the largest sea hole in the world, and like most sea holes, it was submerged at the end of the last great ice age. Researchers consider Great Blue Hole to be the largest of its kind and have discovered huge stalactites, dripping sheets, and columns inside the blue hole. The water levels in the surrounding areas of the sinkhole are so shallow that the coral often breaks the surface at reflux. On the seaside, the depth reaches from 1,000 meters to 3,000 meters. Renowned for free diving for easy direct access from shore and power outages, Blue Hole is known for having the largest sinking casualties in the world, with an estimated death of 130 to 200 divers in recent years. That's all for this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.